Hey friends, we are ready. We're going to get started on our skills lesson today. We are still in Unit 4 and we're going to warm up today by chaining. Today we're going to do the kind of chain where we change our words by one sound, not the syllables, the sound. So let's get started. Okay, so the first word in our chain is going to be bark. B-ark. Bark. Let's go ahead and write the word bark. Good job. The word is bark. Excellent. Now, to go from bark to barn, what change do I need to make? The final sound. Excellent. I'm going from k at the end to at the end. From bark to barn. Bark to barn. Good. Now, if I want to go from barn to born, what change am I making? Great job. Yes, that is a vowel sound change. I'm going from this vowel sound R to the vowel sound OR. So from barn to born. From barn to born. Okay, so from born to corn. I changed the beginning sound. Yes, from B to K. Corn. Born to corn. How about if we want to go from corn to cord? I want to go from corn to cord. What's happening? I'm changing the to the sound D at the end of the word. From corn to cord. From corn to cord. Excellent. How about let's go from cord to card. Cord to card. What's happening in this change? My vowel sound. Yes, I'm going from or to R. From cord to card. I changed my vowel sound. Good job, good job. From card to cart. What's happening? Another ending sound change. I went from D to T. So, K, R, T. Cart. Cart. Excellent. From cart to part. I changed the beginning sound. I went from K to P. Good job. Cart to part. Cart to part. How about let's go from part to port. Part to port. Yes, my vowel sound changed. Good job. Part to port. Good. And that's going to be our last word, and I have a question. What is the same about all these words? Meaning, tell me one thing that you could apply and be true of the whole chain. Well, they do all have the letter R, but that has nothing to do with the sounds. Give me a truth that has to do with the sounds. Yes, every word in this chain has an R-controlled vowel. The vowel is controlled by the letter R, changing the sound we hear. Let's read our chain. Bark, barn, born, corn, cord, card, cart, part, port. Great work, great work. All right, let's move on. We're going to look at some nouns and verbs in sentences. Yes. We're going to identify some nouns and verbs. And again, I want to have you identify a different pattern, a pattern of what it is we're working on. Okay, so bunch of sentences, just a whole bunch of them. The right number, I said. And my first sentence, can you read this to me? You want me partner 1 or partner 2? A or B? You want me partner B this time? Okay. The band marched up the street. The band marched up the street. What are the nouns in this sentence? What are the people, places, things in this sentence? Good job. Band and street. Band and street. And what did the band do up the street? Correct. They marched. And when we underline these words, we use a squiggly line to indicate movement. It's also what I'm calling wiggle cards. Wiggle, swiggle. All right, how about the next one? You partner A this time. I'll wait. Great job. I'll read it now too. The dog snapped at her. The dog snapped at her. What are the nouns, plural, in this sentence? Correct. Dog, look at the dog, yay, and her. Dog and her are the nouns in this sentence. And what did this dog do at her? Too fast. He snapped, correct, he snapped at her. Not a very good thing. Not a bad thing, actually. Snapped. He snapped at her. Ooh, we'll get in trouble. All right, so the next sentence, I'll be partner A. We filled the bucket with sand. We filled the bucket with sand. Well, I already told you one of them, and that is we. Because, okay, last I checked, I am part of we. Therefore, that makes that a noun, okay? And what's the other noun in this sentence? We filled the bucket with sand. Sand. Oh, bucket? What is happening? There's a lot of nouns in this sentence. A bucket is a thing. I don't think I have one in here, but a bucket, we're going to fill with sand. There's 3 nouns in this sentence. So we, bucket, sand. Correct? So we got a bucket, sand. What did we do? Filled the bucket with sand. Filled. Good. We filled the bucket with sand. Okay. Maybe you need to be partner A because I got a little bit confused on the last one. You go ahead and be partner A for number 4, please. Can you read this sentence to me? Excellent. My turn. Mom packed my lunch. Mom packed my lunch. What are the nouns, plural, in this sentence? More than one. Correct. Mom, and what else? Lunch. Good. And what did mom do with lunch? Yeah, what did she do? Good work. She packed my lunch. Mom packed my lunch. So the act of putting the food in the bag and sending you off, that's packed. Okay? Number 5. I think I can be partner A again. I think I'm ready. After class, the kids rushed home. After class, the kids rushed home. What are the nouns in this sentence? Class, because that would be like that's a place. And what else? Kids, those are peoples. I'll give them that. And home. After class, the kids rushed home. What did the kids do? They rushed. They rushed. They were moving with the quickness. They were in a hurry. Good job. All right, your turn to be partner A. Read number 16, please. Okay, my turn. This morning, I got dressed. Well, that is very true. I did get dressed, and I think I look kind of spiffy today. What do you say? Yes, like yes, I like this dress. Okay, so this morning, I got dressed. What is the noun in this sentence? I. good job. We're talking about ourselves, and last I checked, I can touch myself, therefore that makes this a noun. And what did I do? Correct. I got dressed. I got dressed. All right, you be partner A, please. Excellent. I'll take a turn. Have you finished your lunch? Have you finished your lunch? Okay, what are the nouns in this sentence? You, good, and what else? Lunch, that lunch that mom packed way back here, have you finished it? Have you finished your lunch? You have, good. So what did you do? Finished your lunch. Excellent, excellent. All right, last one. I'll be partner in. We hoped for a good game. We hoped for a good game. What are the nouns in this sentence? We, me and you and them and all this together, we hoped for a good game. No matter what game they're playing, they hoped for a good game. And what did they do again? They hoped. Hope. It's kind of like an idea, which falls into one of those mystical, magical things that are real, but you can't touch them. So we hoped for a good game. Now, I want you to take a look at these sentences and tell me, just what is the same about all of these sentences? What is the, well, of course they have nouns and verbs. A sentence is required to have a noun and a verb. Somebody must do something or it's not a sentence. Those are the rules. Got to have a noun and a verb. But what is the same that's not a requirement? I'll give you a clue. Look at your verbs. They do all end with ed, but what does that mean? No, they don't all end in the same sound. Marched and snapped do not have the same ending sound. They have the same ending spelling. What does that ending spelling mean? Yes, each of these events took place already. They were in the past. These things happened already, and they're using that ed spelling to communicate to us, oh, this stuff is in the past. Good. So the band marched, snapped, filled, packed, rushed, dressed, finished, and hoped. I hope, present tense, that you understand what we're working on. Okay, so let's do, in our cat book together, we are going to do the front side of PP2. Part of what you're going to turn in today is this back side here. So let's do the front side together. So the front side we're going to do together, and I'm going to prompt you to tell me those, submit those answers to me. But the back side you're going to do independently and turn in those answers to me. So we're just doing sounds. We're not doing the sounds and the syllables, but you will note that some of these are two-syllable words. And you can tell because our book is still printing them with the dots. Okay? But we're not counting the syllables this time. So the first one is given for us. The word is hammer. Hammer. And that means there are two syllables, but we're not counting those right now. So let's circle each sound. Hammer. That means there are 4 sounds, and the word is hammer. The word is hammer. Excellent. Number 2. Can you read number 2 to me? Correct. The word is born. Let's tap out born. All the sounds. Born. Born. Circle. Born. Born. How many sounds are in the word born? Good job. 3. There are 3 sounds in the word born. Let's write the word born. Great job. The next word is not the same. Barns. First off, there's more than one of them, but barns. So born, people, babies, cats, dogs, animals are born. Barns is where, you know, some of those baby animals live. Born, barn. Not the same. So the word barns. How many sounds are in the word barns? Barns. That means more than one. Good. So, barns. Barns has 4 sounds. Let's write the word barns. This time, tell me the letter names to spell it. B-A-R-N-S. Barns. Good job. Let's keep going. Now the next word, print it with a dot, which gives us the indication that it's got 2 syllables. The word is darker. Darker. Is this a root plus ending or 2 small words? This is a root plus ending, and in this case, darker is telling us that it is more dark. So it is darker at night than in the afternoon, right? Yeah. So let's circle all the sounds in the word darker. So d, ark, darker. How many sounds are in that word? 4. Good job. Great work. Darker. Darker. And note, when we write a 2-syllable word, we don't write the dot. The dot is to help us train our brains to read the 2-syllable words. It too will go away. What's the next word? A 2-syllable word. Good, good. The word is cooler. Excellent. Cooler. So now instead of it being darker, it is cooler, meaning more cool. More cool, probably in temperature, not in attitude, but it works both ways. So let's tap that one out. Let's tap that one out. Use 2 hands, go 2 syllables. Let me see. Cool. Cool. Cooler. Good. What's the vowel sound in the part in the first syllable? Ooh. The vowel sound in the first syllable is ooh. Ooh, you in trouble? Yes. And the vowel sound in the second syllable? Great work. So, ooh, cooler has 4 syllables. Tell me the letter names to spell the word cooler. C-O-O-L-E-R. Cooler. The word is cooler. Great work. The next word, what's this next word here? Okay, great. It's another 2-syllable word. What's the word? Pepper. Pepper. Excellent. Remember, we talked about how sometimes the way you'll hear people say it, it'll sound like the P's are split, but the way we've learned it, that 2 P's come together to make one P sound. So pep-er is how we split it up in terms of sounds and syllables. Pepper. How many sounds are in the word pepper? 4 sounds. Great work. Let's write the word pepper. P-E-P-P-E-R. And you know, I know y'all did it in kindergarten and we did it a little bit at the beginning of the year, but we'll come back to it again as to why there needs to be an extra bonus letter, why the bonus letter needs to be there in words like pepper and hammer. We'll get back to that before the school year is out, don't worry. All right, what's number 7? River. River. See, 2 vowel sounds. So river. Let's sound it out. River. Excellent. And clearly this E is part of this and not working with that I. If that was the case, it'd be a river. A river? No, I don't know what a river, I don't think that is anything. River. River is another 4-sound word. River. Alright, last one we're going to do together. Tell me what this word is. Nope, just tell me the word. Don't tell it out. Tell me this word. Great job. Yes, the word is sharks. And the word sharks actually has 2 separate digraphs. Sorry. It has the digraph sh and the digraph r. So it's like sh, ark, shark. Only by adding this s, they're telling you that there is more than one shark. Uh-oh. Definitely don't want to encounter all of them. But let's go ahead and circle the sounds and write the word sharks. More than one. So, sh, ark, sharks. Sharks. It's kind of hard when you're sounding it out to have that ending plural maker S go smoothly, but ark, ark. One shark, but there's more than one, so I need to add a sound, that S spelling to show more than one. Sharks. There are 4 sounds in the word sharks. Let's go ahead and write and spell the word sharks, okay? S-H-A-R-K-S. Sharks. Good job. Now tell me, what do you notice about all the words on the front side? I'm not saying this applies to all of them, but all the ones we did, all the words on the front side of PP2 have what in common? They were not all 2-syllable words. There was a lot of them, but not all of them. What can we say is the same about all of these words? Well, yeah, they have the letter R, but that doesn't provide, and that is technically true, but give me some meaning behind it. Not just that they have the letter R, but they have what? R-controlled vowels. R-controlled vowels. We see or R, R. The R-controlled vowels are present in every word on PP2 front. I don't know about the back side, but definitely on the front side. Okay, so let's go ahead. So like I said, you're going to turn in a picture, or no you're not. You're going to copy these answers that I just gave you that we just did together in a Nearpod quiz, and then you are going to also be responsible for the back side in that Nearpod quiz, only you have to figure out the answers to the back side on your own. So you have to figure out the answers to the back side using the same rules we just applied. We're looking for the number of sounds in the words, not the syllables, even though the syllable spacing is still printed with a dot to help us read. So now you can use that to help you sound it out. So, break down your syllables, sound out each syllable, smush your word together. And then, the other thing you're going to have today is the story Groundhogs. And before I send you off to do the story Groundhogs, I want to give you a little background on it. So groundhogs, and matter of fact, we just had Groundhog's Day, the day in which, the groundhog sees the shadow and get more winter. Well, yeah, so a groundhog is actually a rodent. It's also known as a woodchuck, and he lives mostly underground and hibernates in the winter. In this text, you'll also hear the word critters, which is just another word for animals, and you will hear the expression, the phrase, to be on the lookout, which means to watch out. Insects is another word for bugs, and pen, P-E-N, in this context refers to the animal's cage. Let me see. Is there anything else I need to tell you? But yeah, groundhogs are animals that have fur and sharp claws. They live in dark holes underground, usually in fields. Their holes are usually found in fields. And I want you to read the story carefully to learn about groundhogs, especially what it is that they like to eat. So think about what it is they like to eat. These 4 questions, I will not read out loud to you, but if I have any additional questions, I will read those, because these questions and all these words are what's considered decodable, meaning you have the tools, you've been given the tools to sound out and read these words and respond. Notice there's a lot of lines, which means you should be writing complete sentence answers in your Nearpod. But like I said, any additional questions, I will read out loud, because those are questions from the text, from my textbook, or from my brain, that are things I think that you should be aware of about, in this case, groundhogs, and maybe even some other critters that we've been introduced to. I will be either partner A or B. You choose if you want me to be partner A or B. You do have this story in your text, your book, The Green Fern Zoo. It's in here. It's on page number, checking our table of contents. It begins on page number 36. So like I said, either I can be partner A or you can be partner A. By that I mean I am going to record myself reading the text to you so that you will have me available to assist you in that. That does conclude our lesson for the day. I can't wait to see you guys later. Until then, bye.